I'm sorry, it's Matt Damon.
Don't I
Yeah.
mean, generally, we still got like 5 movies and stuff to watch too, so both of y'all. Hey, out of
Hold up, don't drag me into it. No, I'm playing. I'm messing with you.
Jalen, Jalen, we have a list. I have one movie that I wanted to see with his mom because we talked about it. I say that I wanna watch a movie with you, and we have a whole list, and I have to wait 5 months so that I can actually finish something. You know what? Let's just start this game.
I mean, you probably won't have much better luck with me, to be honest.
Apparently, but you know what? It's okay. I've learned not to trust people. I love you
Good.
guys. I love you
Probably for
both.
the best. No. Anyways.
You know, um,
Oh no.
are they able to help us get to the help? Will they be able to make our trip to the top of the mountain easier? We'll be able to talk to them and have like get help from them. Okay. Oh, okay. Like like
Formality.
lighting the final torch. Yes, I love it. Shall we make tea then? Understood.
I'm gonna ask somebody about that rune.
Thank you for
So I'm
yeah,
gonna ask somebody about that rune.
yeah, basically that's a good idea. Okay, so you don't think we could come here as gods? Aren't are God isn't aren't let me I was just very high energy. Let me calm down. Isn't this the domain of the gods? Isn't this where you guys reside?
So this advice of yours to go and get acquainted with the city, is that because it would be somehow advantageous to us, or is it just a welcome to Asgard? You know, take your time, explore the place. It doesn't have to be all business. Is it just kind of a makes sense?
It's not our fault we don't trust anything. You almost killed us so many times.
Not
We
hey, that's rude.
Really? Huh.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can I hear you?
I hear you.
Try to say something. Hmm. It appears that my microphone, this new one, is not doing the job due justice.
Do you have your?
Apparently, this is one way. Let's see if I can change that. Hello? Hello?
Hi,
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Is this any good?
Purvis. We can hear you, bud. What's up? What are you doing?
Hmm.
Yeah, I just did. Or I just asked him what they're set to. I don't know.
Hmm. The output, let's see. Let's see what the manual
Hey,
for this
what
says.
is Purvis's major?
Bitron dual headset wireless microphone.
Do you know?
Let's see, I have to stick it
Do
there.
you know what his major is?
Karaoke microphone. Maybe that's the
Purvis.
problem.
Purvis.
It's a karaoke thing.
Purvis.
Alright, let's see.
Mute him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Hello? How's it going?
Hey.
What's
Are you
up,
hearing any
bud?
other noises? Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey there, Purvis.
How's it going?
Welcome back.
Yeah, hi, bud.
Glad to be back. Excuse me for one small moment. There is something I must attend to here. Okay, now let's see.
Someone's
Settings.
blowing you up.
Yes, indeed. Excuse me.
What? What did you say,
N-
Chris?
but stop it, Rebellious, please.
Very, very slightly.
Rip.
Rip indeed.
Babe, you need some tea and honey. It hurts. Okay, I'm listening. Okay, cool. Mhm. Okay, interesting. That's
Um,
interesting. That's vegetarian. Oh,
well, okay. You said before that it was essentially that a human without any sort of magical prowess of any kind was able to climb the tree before. What changed then? What caused the tree to create these trials that it's now known for? Yeah, probably not the best agreement. Said you're probably not the best agreement, but anyways. Well, you all were able to put away some of your old problems. Why not her? No, I meant the calamities. So the current gods had nothing to do with the sealing of the calamities. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have an idea who you're talking about.
Are you guys like wardens then? Hmm.
Well, I think we have some things to share about that whole situation, but that can probably come after we've perused the
Finish?
facilities.
Yeah, I think that would be the best way of going about
Yes. I guess our next course of action should be up to our fearless little leader down here.
it. Yep.
Which reminds me, where the hell is he? Oh, I
Look in
mean,
my
my
pockets.
shoulder pocket, her pocket.
Yeah, like I like how kind of look down in my pockets, poke him out of my pocket. Hi, buddy.
Well,
I
yes.
feel like I feel like Marke, you are downplaying our response to our trauma,
No.
and it feels it. I don't know how I feel about that.
Indeed, we should go and have our rest, our moment of peace after such
Yes,
a
that's what
grueling.
he's telling us to get here. And okay, guys, I think we need to understand that essentially we're approaching the finish line here. We can calm down a bit, and we should probably not hold on to these so-called traumas.
Yes, indeed. How do you click this thing? We have all the time in the world.
Not exactly, but we'll
Well,
get
wait,
to
do.
Isaac. Anyways,
Exactly.
thanks for the
Okay,
warm
I'll have fun.
welcome. It's good
I
to
have
see
Give
you
me a
again.
headed home.
give me a second. I'll be back, guys.
All right.
Since we're kind of like in a go visit. I'll be back.
Go back in there.
Um, I mean, aside from our main kind of goal right now, nothing up here particularly is urgent. I would like to see what this rune is all about. Magic gun? Magic gun?
Magic gun. And god, oh goddess, of gunpowder, as it apparently is becoming apparent for the character to turn into. Anyways, given that. What in the Jesus is this pop up? Oh no, that's not a pop up. Mount Baphomet, Celestia, the arcane circle hovers over the mountain, milking the sky. of Nyx turning into a liquid that creates a waterfall. The pool of Nyx, water that leads to a waterfall. The arcane core, the forest of Kari, the multi-season forest. So it's one part summer, other parts winter, always spring. The
Oh, Monkey, I meant to ask you.
yeah, or that
I encountered an interesting koal on our last stage here before transporting up. I believe you said his name was Quetzalcoatl. Do you know anything of him? He just seemed like an interesting character, a bit mysterious, but also full of insight. I'm curious to get to know him. Um, I guess their origin, I believe he said he's the king of the Quattles. So,
I see. So he
like
was
an ogre.
more than meets the eye.
We'll be heading back to it's a weird time of it.
Ignore that sound.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Until it was
my
acknowledged.
character also said in response, "Oh, you really should have looted the living armor like I did. I got a chest piece and a few other bits and bobs that I could trade in for coinage."
Hmm. The house was splendid. Histories with forest. Oh, good God. No. But no, seriously, anyone listening, don't do drugs, kids. Anyways, as far as I'm concerned, I think we should probably wait until Aglaron gets his head before we go to the Colosseum or to see the bookkeeper or whatever the case. Um, but you said the other three are a bit farther away. Is that all right?
Hmm.
Hmm. May she? Mm. Oh no. Yep. Mishi, we're going to Ergonaut's Forge. Come on. What is this place? Mm, It's quite all right. Nothing we aren't used to, but it's I can't imagine oddballs like us being up here every day. New things are always curious. There's nothing to be offended about. But on that thought, I've never quite seen a place like this. So, is this your forge then? And who is Ergonaut? Or is that common knowledge? What's my proficiency in religion? I do have proficiency in religion. 17. That's so. Would you mind giving us a bit of a tour? If you want to get this. How do you scale a manufacturing plant like? All of it, really. But what is this strange magic? I've seen some mechanical machinations, gear work and all, but this is some of the things I can see no gears to speak of, though I can hear them in some other objects. You've got all manners of different creations, as you put it. How does it all work? Rip. Well, I suppose that's fair. You do have quite a lot going on in here. Honestly, why does it seem like the building is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside? Strange. Interesting. Convenient. So, of all these um, projects that you all are working on here, is there a principal among them? Does this Ergonaut fellow have a favorite project within the facility? Oh, I see. So, sounds extensive. Comprehensive is the word I'm looking for. Ouch. Starting off right. Oh, I know you. Dang, Anon, come on, put it together, my guy. Fenrir sword. No? Or are you just talking about the what are they called? Like legendary weapons that require attunement. Mm, Overlord weapons.
Your phone's going off.
Excuse me. What did you say about overload weapons again? Ah, sounds like overlord weapons. He's listening. He's commenting. He's a commentator of our little game. He's the game stand. Oh, she's asking why about the me pocketing the mouse. What?
Yeah, she asked another question to Jalen Purvis.
Oh. My apologies there. Oh, you're talking about the anime. Oh, wait.
No.
Oh, why not? Why Overlord weapons?
Fun fact:
Let's begin the dance of death.
Overlord's weapon, the magic staff, is actually in D&D Beyond. Not D&D Beyond. Hero Forge, as an item.
Really?
It
Yes.
forges heroes.
The website Hero Forge is very clearly the fucking the staff used. So have fun
was
with that knowledge.
So which came first?
The anime. It was a patron submission into the website.
Groovy. I was going to leave that ambiguous, so the viewers can look it up.
Too bad I have the answers.
You gotta remember to do this sort of stuff. Leave some mysteries for the viewers that are very easy to find.
Tessa, did you hear what he was explaining about Ergonaut's whole deal with creating weapons that align to their users?
Did you hear that, Valerie? Tessa. My apologies. Breaking character. My apologies. Who's kidding?
No! No!
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that is horrible, but that is just incredibly humorous at the same time.
Rip stream, I guess.
Well,
But yeah, no, Tessa, we're in Ergonaut's Forge right now, and it's like this huge, like, assembly line warehouse place with a bunch of stuffs and things that we don't understand because we don't have electricity down there. But our little friend here, whose name I still have not asked, and I should probably rectify that situation, basically explained to like we asked him if he had if Ergonaut had a sort of favorite project within his domain here in Asgard, and he was explaining to us that there was one thing he was working on, an automaton that could match the power of a god. But he doesn't really know the details on that project. But if there's one thing that Ergonaut is known for, it's creating weapons that attune to their users and essentially grant the user the power of whatever weapon and come with however many myriad of attributes or whatever the case. And we had to roll history to see if we could realize that that sounded a lot like the situation with overlords and their weapons.
All of that. And now the stream can hear me.
Nice.
Dubs.
All that intuition. So many years of technological science degree. All for this. All right. So, can I have a snitch?
Harry Potter.
Oh, sure. Technicalities have to be put into place. Um, do you guys have any questions about the forge itself. Like any other questions.
Let me see. Oh, um, when we were on approach, the flames outside, is that some sort of illusion?
Describe the flames to me again. Oh, those. No, I know what you're talking about. Oh, no, those are just the burning fires of the forge itself, or at least the main one. We have at least 5 different forges here.
So how were we not consumed by the flames then? That was quite the blaze.
Ah, see, that is another great thing about being in service of a god. But also the fact that you also have to keep in mind that we're not just dealing with the magma fire of one forge, we're also dealing with the frozen tundra of another one, the lightning storm of a third, and so on and so forth. And also just because this place is really well ventilated.
Oh, so do the forges like interact with the Knicks somehow?
Hmm, very astute. And yes, in a way. What is the most Mishiax? What is the most powerful weapon this forge has made, or perhaps can this forge make the biggest bomb ever made? The answer to that first question is the most powerful weapon is kind of subjective. On the one hand, you could refer to the most powerful weapon um, being that of the ones used by gods of today. You could refer to the things that were made the to defend Asgard, and you could also even bring up the vehicles designed to explore the vast multitude of the Nyx itself. Personally, I can't really say. Also, a bomb, I mean, sure, we've made those, so I guess by technicality, those are probably the most powerful weapons we've made.
No, you're breathtaking. Let's see if I can get the Keanu Reeves meme.
I didn't even see that part. I just wanted to take Rishi's breath.
Oh, dear God. All right. But it doesn't seem like he's bothered by that statement. As a matter of fact, he's just like, yeah, no, that seems right. Seems valuable. Valid question.
Indeed. Also, where do you guys keep your bombs? I mean, how much are your bombs? And are they of better quality than in other places of the land?
If that's what you want, though, no, no, no. If you want that,
Oh, that and bullets.
that too.
Also, my weapon sharpened.
Sure.
How much is it going to cost?
You just finished the trial, didn't you?
Oh, yes, okay, so it's free.
Well, yes. Though, do be mindful of the number of things you're asking for. Usually, in this case, it's the discount comes more for a very specific kind of thing you would want. And this is the part where if you want a special item made, this is where you can get it. And this is where you can get it for free. Not so much multiple different items that can and will be consumed on use. Does this make sense?
Nice.
What I'm basically saying is that this is your chance to get an item made from the god of the forge himself for free, without any charge to you, all because you passed the test. What you ask for is more of a question of what do you want? What do you want this singular item to be?
You said God was the creator of the angels, yes?
Yes.
How does he create a living being?
Hmm. Well, a lot of determination for one thing, and also high inspiration. Some mortals like to take the narrative of uh, the angels versus demons story as that the angels came first, or that the demons and angels were always there at the same time. Ironically enough, Ergonaut was the one who created the angels based on the demons' design.
Is that so?
I find it a very interesting story, if nothing else.
That it is. I'm sorry, I forgot to ask your name.
I was hoping you wouldn't ask. Ro
Oh,
Ros excuse me. Roscoe
Rosalina?
Jamjaw.
Rose Kajanja.
Rums Kalala.
Oh, here
weird.
we go. It begins anew.
It begins.
Hold on, let me just can I use the wind to to dampen his or to dampen Meishi's voice as well instead of just dampening the sound?
Yes, Arcana check.
No. I would like to evade this.
Dexterity saving throw.
Ah, good. Dexterity. My favorite of all these things. The one that I have the most. Let's see, what does it say on dexterity? Ah, yes. It has the most. Alright, let's see. Making a roll.
What's your spell save DC, Nick?
My spell save check. What is
My fine and distant future.
It's
God,
8
it'd be great if I could find that.
It's 8 plus
15.
your charisma modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Wait, it's 8 plus my charisma modifier plus my 15.
Okay. Purpose
17.
All right.
And
Well,
How
that's
did you
me
say
not
we do
adding.
that thing to what's it called? To add text to whatever we're rolling for?
say again.
So how did you say we do that thing to add text to whatever we're rolling for?
On like roll 20.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, yeah.
I got you. Let me test it out real quick. That you basically type the word after the roll.
Does it have to be one word?
It might.
Is the bird the
Oh,
word? Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. But bird's the word about a bird.
Nope, doesn't have to be one word. 14 fails.
Critical failure.
All right. So
Okay.
now, real quick, does everyone have an idea of what they want? I know Gabby does, but does anyone else have like a special item they want to be made? Currently, you do not need an answer now. This coupon will last for as long as you are willing to use it. but it has to be for a singular item that can be made here, which is not that limiting.
Can I
Also,
create a vessel?
Ask for the world, and you shall receive.
at this point, yeah. Go ahead, Nick. Give me what you got.
Can I have a body?
I'm sorry, what?
Body pillows are down the street over at the weave section.
Not what I meant.
Okay, please elaborate then.
What I want, essentially, is to have a separate body with no soul associated or attached to it that I can later put a soul into.
He wants a Horcrux.
No, I don't want a Horcrux.
Okay, this is definitely something we can do. However, I'm going to need more details only on the grounds that we want to know how you want this to work in order so that we can make it work the way you want. Does that make sense?
Yes, I don't. I'm trying to resurrect a dead person who was technically never alive.
Oh. You're talking about just pure resurrection.
Mm, It's complicated. Basically, one of my friends here had a pretty strong attachment to the concept that I used to get here. I want to bring
Oh,
her back
oh, oh, oh,
in a physical form,
oh.
one that can exist on the material plane.
Um,
I
hmm,
said the world, not life.
Well,
hmm.
he created angels.
Okay. You might have to talk to Ergonaut directly about that one. But I don't see why he couldn't. If that's what you want, then it's what you're gonna get. If nothing else. Does anyone else have like a specific um thing they want? And also
Hmm.
at uh someone types someone lets Romelius know that that's what I'm offering. Yeah,
Hmm.
Tessa. All right, so Valerie, real quick, right? So when you say fire sword, there is something called the tongue that is literally a fire sword. Do you just want that, or did you want it to be something else?
I actually don't know what I want.
Don't worry, you can figure that out at any time. This coupon is open to you until you use it, or until you just don't want to use it, period. You can get a weapon. You can get free weapon in any way, shape, or form. What you want from Ergonaut? It could be like anything. Um, but yeah, can you? Okay, so Flame Tongue. It's a magic sword of any kind of sword that sheds at least 80 feet worth of light. That does an additional fire 2d6 fire damage on every successful hit. That is a flame tongue. Do you just want this, or did you want something else? And by something else, I mean, did you want it to do something else? Can I get the vial of Phoenix blood? I'll think about it. I like the idea. Okay. So aside from Purvis and Chris, I don't have. I've gotten everyone's answer pretty much in terms of the coupon thing. However, Anon, you still need to go to Ergonaut to
Are there options
ask
that I
for
might?
things. Say again, Valerie. Well, anyway, Anon, yes, actually, phoenixes do bleed. They just turn into ash when they die. It's only when they die that it becomes a problematic.
Why would you want blood? Why don't you want their teeth or face? That seems much more helpful.
Anyway, so what do you guys want to do now? For the time, during outside of games, we'll talk about how these things will work to save time and all that. Um, but what do you guys want to do next?
Uh,
You can either go to Ergonaut and talk about the artificial body, and or you can either go talk to Ergonaut now about the artificial body, or you can go to one of the three other main places. It's up to you guys. You also have other options, but those are the two that are obvious to me.
I don't mind role-playing that right now. I am now available to be present, as it were.
God.
Because I feel like I will have a lot to do with that part of this session. So, yeah.
Okay.
Or we can go and explore more. God.
Book.
All right.
You want?
I
Okay.
would like to talk to the God Boy.
All right.
Both things can happen at once.
So this will be a time when everyone starts splitting off because it's safe here. You can split the party. It's safe. Take a deep breath. It's fine. The PTSD can't hurt you here.
I think the PTSD still can hurt us.
Like,
Maybe not the
right.
environment itself.
All right. So you guys, let's start with Agron.
Yeah.
Let me think here.
I had something I
Where
was
was
going
I?
to tell you.
Wanted to.
No clue what it is.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey,
How's it
Hello?
going?
I'm just typing. Anyway, so Agron. How you doing?
Okay.
All right. So one of the first things that you do on your way to uh, the the library, or the place with the books, you hear in the back of your head, "I can barely feel you from up there."
It is kind of high up right now.
It's bothersome.
Hmm? What?
It's bothersome.
Do you feel the scent?
No, I feel nervous.
Why is that?
You know where you are. And you know what this place means to me for the
Mm,
person that it holds.
true.
We had
Well,
that
this. Mm,
we have that conversation.
yes, I know. But this is where we are going to be. This is where we need to be right now.
And as you are making your way still, uh, an old man with milky white eyes begins to like slowly trots up to you.
Mm.
He looks like a homeless man if they were decked out in rich man's clothing. At least as compared to
So
like what you would consider rich man's clothing, it's still like comparatively he's probably a homeless person. And yet despite this, the people around you from like the different versions of Dragonborns that are unlike any Dragonborns you've seen before, the dragons flying overhead and just the people just walking by, they don't look at this man in any kind of weird kind of disgust as you would see a normal homeless man. Instead, some of them kind of stop as they watch him approach you in like awe. I I've seen I've seen through you before. Yes, the cereal you ate this morning. I've rolled it off my tongue before.
Mm, what?
He is like wrinkly hand as it shakes, pointing at you.
Frosted Flakes. A very poor choice.
Too bad Romelia's ain't here for that cereal.
Oh, that was perfect.
Okay. Oh god. I'm
He
joking.
is always in our pockets and our hearts.
Yes,
Did you say pockets?
your ears. Your ears are clogged up. I know. And yet, you're going to clear them out whether you like it or not.
Mm,
I
what?
see, I see through you. All the steps and stones you've walked on. I see a blue gem like ice littered in a sea of arid stones. The ground stained with rose petals. I see again 3 rubies joined with the frosted covered onyx and a loyal sapphire rush to make their rival make to make their maker rival's mountain to be replaced in their museum. An unholy ground, resurrection yet to be determined, yet no, yes, by a garden sent to deal with the weeds popping up. I see many I see many forks in your path. You choose one, you stumble upon the rest. All will crumble, except for the one you choose to hold dear to you, like a child. Yes, where am I? Who are you?
Uh, Aglaron.
I don't know you. You chose the
You.
wrong cereal today.
Oh, but you're the one who came up to me.
You came up to me. You wanted answers. And still you want answers. You are asking them, even now.
True. I guess my mind always wanders with questions.
And they will wander still down the path. Yet I have yet to know. This does not bother me. The fly is killing me. As he like try to watch something around his ear, yet you see nothing. You hear in the back of your head. Yeah, so even in the realm of the gods, you find delusional men.
Shush.
I smell it too. You must clean your pet. It smells, even permeates up here.
Well, he hasn't been in the best of homes lately.
Wait, how did. What the hell? Was he referring to me?
Well, I see no other he could refer to.
How did he?
And I don't know. But he definitely sees through us.
You take what I said. Take it like a gift. Yet you reject some of them. I am no saint. I chose this path not. Yet the mother of the sky gave me these eyes. And he walks away.
I'm sorry, what? Alright, I do has Hellhound. He's chilling by me. Forgot about that. Wait, does Hellhound exist up here?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Still in
It's
chibi.
probably just... Yeah, chibi form. It's like I see it around the same.
These are the three most important things that he brought up.
I know, and I was trying to remember them. I'm glad you put them here because I'm kind of like, what?
The whole point of that was to confuse you.
Great. Because that cereal really got me going.
Oh, yeah. But those three are very important.
Can I don't even know what to roll to see if I understand what any of them could have meant.
You got to give me something to. You got to give me.
Uh,
There is no wrong answer.
I guess history to see if I remember reading anything that could resemble these.
Okay, cool. Okay. So here's what we got so far. Some words that seem to be similar. There are a lot of uses of gems. The first riddle had blue gems scattered across like ice, littered on a sea of arid rocks, the ground stained with rose petals. The second riddle had a similar idol imagery with rubies, onyxes, and another sapphire. Excuse me, not another sapphire. The first one was a blue gem, not sapphire. Um, but the last one seems to be the one most disconnected, at least in terms of imagery. Now, there's nothing that in your history that makes you think like, maybe these things are significant somehow. Yet you have to consider them as a riddle because that's what they are.
Mm. And yes, cereal is important. But
No,
okay.
cereal's not important.
Cereal is important.
That's gibberish.
I like cereal. And
Those
that
three things.
beautiful white milk. What?
Of course, cereal is important. It's important for a daily breakfast.
Because all you really understand is like he specifically was emphasizing those three riddles. Everything else is more
Okay.
of a conversation from a madman.
Yeah. Okay then.
That's what you understand.
So I look for gems.
So let's break it down, shall we? And this will be, do you think you can figure out these riddles? And by figure them out, I mean like in the sense that I'm going to be walking you through them. Would you?
I should hopefully be able to.
All right, let's give them a try. Starting with the
I
first
shall
one.
guarantee nothing.
Blue gems like ice littered a sea of arid rocks. The ground is stained with rose petals.
Well, the blue gem of ice sounds like the piece of Helheim ice.
Okay.
Hmm. The rose petals just remind me of the black rose petal garden.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I got nothing for the other two.
We're starting with the first one, nothing else.
Okay.
Now here's the thing though. What I will give you this hint, or booster, as it were. All these riddles are based on things that you guys have already experienced in your past. People, places, that sort of thing. And
Hmm.
remember, riddles are meant to confuse you. Keep your eyes off of what the actual meaning is, not the literal meaning, the symbolic reason meaning. Blue gems, like ice. So that means that it's not ice literally. It's something like ice that is littered on a sea of arid rocks.
What does arid mean?
Dry, dry, lack of moisture, that sort of thing.
Oh. Mm. Mm.
Let's start with that one, yeah? Arid rocks.
Would
What's
that
another
be at the
what's another
desert?
name of arid rocks?
A desert?
Yeah.
So back where we met to here. To here.
Blue gems, like ice, littered a sea of arid rocks.
Mm.
What was one of Shafir's known traits?
Uh, that I don't remember.
She had this ability that she showed you only once, where she coated herself in a case of an armor of ice. She called it the armor of Valhalla. She called it the armor of uh, Valkana.
Wait, that was her?
Yeah,
Okay.
she created an I. She created no, actually, Agaron, you're the one who saw this. She showed you an ability where she coated herself in a armor of ice and created.
Didn't that happen to both, all three? She did it to herself and to Ecstasy and uh,
No, that
what
was
was the other
glass.
guy?
No, that was
Oh,
glass.
okay. Mm. I am seriously drawing a blank. I am sorry.
You're good. Are you good for now?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. You try to think of this riddle as you begin to go to the library, which is the Stargazer. This is a huge stargazing facility with a giant telescope sticking out from the top of it. When you go inside, the first level is just covered with books and bookshelves, with all, excuse me, with each wall that isn't being used as a window having some book on it. The person at the desk seems to be a sort of ghostly shaded woman as she's looking down at something at her desk. Um, but as you continue to um, get closer, you realize that something's not 100% right. She doesn't have any arms, and
What?
yet you watch as a pin is magically floating and writing something down. A closer look at this pin, and you can see that there is a ghostly sort of hand holding it. Even further, you realize that these same hands are floating around her, picking up books and putting them in different places, moving paperworks as two hands picks them up and moves them around. Basically, she is surrounded in a swarm of mage hands. She looks up to you, and one of the mage hands reveals themselves and gives a peace sign. Her expression does not change, however.
Um, hello?
A mage hand appears again and waves.
Um, I was looking for a book on the Philosopher's Stone.
A hand kind of appears, only this time it strangely makes a sort of question mark sign as her head tilts to one side.
Mm, no, I guess maybe something related to alchemy.
She creates two hands again and does like a backup moment and essentially implies, like, no, 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 start over.
Oh, a book on the Philosopher's Stone.
Summons another hand and does a motion of, like, go on.
And maybe how to make one.
She kind of like makes a face that's like, okay. She summons more mage hands and like writes something down on a blank sheet of paper, and she shows a paper, and it's written in Celestial.
Oh, great.
He's
I don't
made
read
you.
Celestial.
She like
Neither
looks
do
at her
I.
paper. It's like, oh, damn it. And she turns over the paper, writes something down, and pulls it up. What? Explain a philosopher's stone.
Oh, it's supposed to be like an elixir to life. Or I guess extending one's life. Sort of a cure all.
Really, Nakima? Really?
A mage hand appears and like makes a snap sound, and then there's like a thaumaturgy or like skywrite format where she begins to ask like, okay, why would you want that? You've essentially become a god.
That doesn't mean I would. I still want to. Give me a second. I still want to pursue my alchemic grounds. And I still have so many questions that are unanswered. Just because I've become a god doesn't mean I've answered the questions I have.
She shrugs her armless shoulders and then proceeds to use one of her mage hands to push herself in a rolling chair. Uh, Shocking, rolling chair. and she moves through a filing cabinet, pulls out a what looks like a hall pass, and gives it to you. It has the numbers um, Zeta, 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 3, 1, Beta.
Great. Yeah, yeah, I got it.
And she like creates more mage hands to do a pointing direction of where you need to go, and then proceeds to write something else showing. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me.
Okay, thank you for the help. Agwan kind of heads off in that direction.
She creates a heart hand. She creates a heart
Oh,
for them.
Sweet.
Again, her face does not change.
So she can't talk.
No. All right. So you go to this exact location, and I need you to make an
This is
investigation
wonderful.
check. Yeah. We Zeta Zeta 3, 1, Beta, and this is Wonderwall.
Listen.
Gabby, make an investigation check.
oh, okay.
Believe in you.
Do you? Because I don't. At least one of us does.
Please believe in you.
There are
See, you
a lot
did.
of
You
books.
got a double. You got
I am
digits.
hopelessly lost.
Ah, and hopelessly lost you will be for a time. Was there anything else you wanted to do while you were here? I'm not saying you stopped looking. I'm just asking.
Mm, I might want to look into some gem books too, because you never know.
You said gym books,
Mm-hmm.
like books about like stuff. Okay, fair enough. Make another investigation check.
Are you okay there, Jalen?
Am I?
I don't know. Why does that find it so easily?
Okay, we'll get back to you later. Remember that you rolled a
Are
20
you?
for alchemy and 19 for stones.
Ugh, why can't we just flip those?
Ha 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 ha. Okay, so Anon, you've made your way to the center of the forge, where you find yourself um, a in what seems to be an erupting volcano. And once again, you do not feel its heat, but its light still blinds you. You see all these people from what seem to be fire genasi and some other fire resistant creatures as they seem to have their veins replaced with magma, hammering away at metal and stone, along with other such strange materials being put on an assembly line, turned into these intricate shapes, and just continuing going on the assembly line. That the same assembly line seems to separate you from the forge itself.
Right. So I see a bunch of fire resistant creatures and an assembly line at a large like volcano like structure that is not hot, surprisingly, but blindingly bright.
Yeah, and also fire genasi, but no one cares about that.
Well, I said fire resistant creatures. I assumed fire genasi were included in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I'm with him.
I
I'm right.
fucking what?
Am I with? Did I go with you? I'm pretty sure I did.
Oh yeah, you did say you were coming.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm
I
just
kind of
gonna
get wait, I want to say something first. I kind of
okay.
get taken aback by all of the hustle, like all the noise and stuff. But I look kind of hesitant at first, but I look over at Anana and say, "You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You earned that."
I want to find a way that I can keep the aspect of a kitsune now that it's been perfected, while also freeing our friend. So, yeah, I want to give it a shot at least, and if anyone can figure it out, it's him.
I kind of nod, say thank you.
So what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna kind of look around and just say, excuse me, I'm looking for Ergonaut.
There's a sudden stop as if the music that kind of actually was here abruptly ends as they all kind of look towards you. It's a silent pause until it seems like out of the volcano structure itself is this humanoid form, as one of their arms seems to be a lot more large and mechanical than the other one. Who's looking for Argonaut?
That would be us.
Who are you?
Um, my name's Anon. This is Tessa. We recently completed our climb here. We haven't made it to the mountain yet, but
Damn it! You
we were
gotta be
hoping to.
kidding me! Ah, get back to work! As everyone starts working, and then you watch him as he like jumps out the off the stage and like lands in front of you in a crack, as there seems to be like a crack of magma erupting from him. But immediately it seems to reform itself as if it's like that video game logic where some game characters will crack the earth, but if you sit there long enough, it just reforms itself. Same effect. And what stands before you is a blonde-haired, middle middle-aged uh, man, maybe in his like late 20s. By the looks of him, he has this sort of bronze-looking arm, a blue crystal on the back of the hand that seems to pulsate with energy. He himself is uh, wearing a tank top and long pants, um, and like soot's covering his eyes. He takes one like little wipe of his face using his backhand, only covering his cheek, only to remove all the soot from his face and body. Of course, of course, I have to now. And he like is messing with the gauntlet as he takes it off. I have to abide by Kiri's law of this whole discount thing. Yeah, fine. And he like moves his now free hand around as he takes his other hand and wraps it around the wrist as he like moves it around, just gives it a chance to like um be free and breathe. What do you want?
Wait,
Well, we
yeah,
won't
if you
force you to
want.
do anything if you don't want to.
I kinda have to, or else Kiri's gonna be pissed off, and I don't want to hear her complain about this.
Well, how about we make a deal? Rather than charging me, we can have an exchange of services. That way, at least you get something out of it.
Dude, what you're gonna ask me for is free.
Yes, I'm aware, but I don't want you to waste your time. It's quite the project. Well,
Look, kid, listen. Making things is part of what I do. I love doing it. I didn't become the god of this whole place just to not enjoy what I do. The
fair
aggravating
enough.
part is the fact that Curie made that rule and people just come here. Some people, when they hear it for the first time, lose their shit and then just wet their pants at the idea that they'll be getting something. And just sometimes, that can get annoying. But I don't mind. I don't care. It just gives me a chance to make something at all. And sometimes people will give me ideas that I would never have thought of, crazy as that sounds. I'm not upset at you. Ask me what you want. Use your freebie. Just don't lose your shit. And
So
what
if
do you
we
want?
promise to be calm, it
Something
won't
I can
annoy
remove
you.
that from you. I got this sense that you're hardwired to not always be calm. I can just tell.
You
Hmm.
metagaming,
I
Jalen.
wonder why. Anyways,
So what do you want?
so you've made life before, correct?
I made an angel or two. As like as like a small little angel beast flies around. Okay, I
Very
made
nice.
a little more than a couple.
Well, that's good, I suppose. Have you ever made a body for a concept?
You mean like those black inky things and like the world tree?
Yes.
No. Why?
Well, naturally, we had to absorb one to make it up here, or I suppose we didn't have to, but the opportunity presented itself, and now we want her back, or at least who she was, even if not in her original form. So we want a body for her so she can exist on the material plane, which she was considering moving to before we had to utilize her concept. And I figure she will need a body to do it, and I can't think of anyone better at creating something like that than you.
Walk with me. As it like takes his gauntlet and seemingly almost effortlessly throw it in the air, but as soon as it leaves his hand, it disappears. As if it was that case where he was like there was a point where he kind of froze it to where it disappears behind his body, and then as soon as his hand comes back around, it's gone. Um, and then with his one hand already back, he pulls back his other hand towards the back of his wing bones and like pulls back only for a jacket to reveal itself, covering his tank top, and he zips it up. Okay,
That's a neat trick.
I feel a little bad that you called it a trick, but you know what? You'll learn. Anyways, let me tell you something about kitsunes, all right? They
Wait,
are
how did you know? Never mind,
These
continue.
people know things about us that we never even said.
Don't worry about it. If we stop and marvel at every amazing thing they do here, we will never get anywhere. Come on.
literally just told you to stop, not wet your pants.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, okay, okay.
listen, part of our job, part of my job is to understand things, but that's I don't need to tell you everything. I want to keep some surprise.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
Can't wait for that.
no, seriously. Listen, the thing about kitsunes is that they were creatures of great power, rivaling that of godhood. Of course, I never had to deal with them myself, but the stories that I've heard from Kyrian, people like uh Monkey and Delpha, yeah, they tell me some very interesting things. Quite dangerous if left unchecked. You're essentially telling me to build a body for a concept for that specific creature.
Potentially, yes. But I want to keep that aspect within my spark as well.
Wait. So, I see what you're doing there. All right, all right. Hmm. Well, okay, all right. And you just see like the gears are metaphorically turning in his head. You have to understand that when I created the angels, I created something out of nothing particular. You're asking me to make a body for something that not only already exists, but exist in such a way that is inside of you, another living being.
Yes, and if possible, the means to transport that being into said body.
Makes sense to me.
And Roscoe mentioned that you were working on some sort of automaton that could rival the power of a god as well. So, figure you've already made some progress in that department.
That little bastard telling people about my secrets. Oh well, doesn't matter. Fact of the matter is, I can do what you asked. It'll be easy, for sure. The real
Well
question
then,
is, are you prepared for what will happen next? Because what you're
depends on what will
asking of
happen
me is
next.
still theoretical.
Well, given your experience, what do you expect will happen next? What's the most likely scenario?
Well, if this concept is where you got your spark, then you're essentially asking me to take away what gave that spark its personality to begin with. Good news is, sparks usually don't need an aspect to function. They just need a host to morph them into that concept. However, by doing that, I would assume that you recently got this aspect from the trial, so you didn't have a lot of chance to mold it to your own. Which, good news, the aspect should still be, excuse me, the concept should still have its own personality somewhere deep inside. But then that would mean that your spark would be reset.
Eh, Well, I haven't had much time with it, you're right, but I was told I've already some sort of perfected my alignment with it or something like that. Can I just show him? Can I attempt to take on that form?
Arcana check.
22.
And you'll turn into Apu excuse me, Anpu, with your canine features and your ghostly appearance. Uh, he is
Beautiful.
he is unfazed by it, yet he still squints at you skeptically. Hmm. Yeah, that will definitely reset that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So if
only
it
You
resets,
mean
what will that look like?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
so meaning that once it resets, he can just work to get back to where he was.
Oh yeah, of course. Although that's usually a less than desirable scenario. And even then, that's only the best case scenario of downsides.
What would be the worst?
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetically speaking.
No, I mean, like, I don't know. Hypothetically, you could,
Any.
anything could happen. It would be successful. I guarantee you. You won't die, per se. But what will happen to you specifically, I have no idea.
I
Yeah.
suppose that's par for the course.
I can't
No.
allow you
What? No.
to make that sacrifice.
No, I absolutely will. Thank you.
I just can't ask you to do that.
I'm
Not
not
for
just
this.
doing it for you.
It's fine. I can't ask you to do this. And I kind of
Tessa,
like back away.
Okay, wait a
Tessa,
minute, wait a minute. What is this concept to you guys? Why do you want to go so far for, I feel like it'd be insensitive to call it a thing.
Tessa's girlfriend.
we had a connection with her. Her as a sort of the budding of a romantic variety. Mine
My bad. Continue.
You honestly, you could almost call her a sibling to me.
Oh, great. Now you bring now you bring in that dynamic in my presence.
Listen, I'm not expecting perfection here, and if
Oh, excuse me?
the worst, I'm not saying you can't provide perfection. I'm just saying everyone is capable of errors, correct?
You're lucky
Should,
I submit to that philosophy.
should something happen to me as a result of this, I'm fine with that. I just want her to have the opportunity to live the life she was just beginning to partake in.
Oh, how sweet of that. All right. And by the time you guys have stopped, you have entered a sort of semi personal forging area with a giant anvil that almost looks like an operating table in the middle of it.
Oh, this is getting more intimidating by the second. Anyways,
He goes inside
one
and he like pulls some levers, turns on some lights, and you hear a roaring of an engine. All right, let's get started.
before we do,
Mm,
once the body is completed, will this transference happen automatically?
I feel like it would be easier if you knew less about how this was going to go down.
That's all well and good, but the reason I ask is as much as I want this to happen, we have a bigger commitment, a bigger responsibility to deal with before I risk existing differently. I need to have as much control for what we're about to go into as possible. So if it's better to delay, then I will forego my discount, as it were, for now.
Listen, this is
If it
probably
can be delayed.
Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. This is the best time for you to reset your abilities because not only is it just the fact that you already don't know how these powers work to begin with, despite your mastery of it, you can still reset and you wouldn't be losing too much progress. Secondly, if you wait any longer, the concept will lose more and more of its personality to the point where it's absolutely impossible to extract what originally is there based on your again mastery of your abilities, she might as well be long gone anyway in terms of personality. The only reason I think it's possible now is because, well, thankfully that spark was already hard to mold to begin with. Are you with me so far? Basically, what I'm saying is that it's now or never, buddy.
All right, let's do it.
You're gonna be a lot of fun.
I kind of hold an Ian's hand before he walks back, and I kind of say thank you, and
Let's get
like
on with it.
I back up so that he can start working.
All right. He motions you to the anvil uh, cushion, and he materializes a pillow. And is like, all right, I feel like I should do this because you actually have flesh and bones, and your body hasn't exactly accumulated to being able to survive like a blow from a gun. So I'm just gonna put this under here, and also neither
Do
one
you?
neither one of you starts panicking. Okay, you promising me that?
I promise.
Cool. And then immediately you hear this clink as these binds hold you down from ankle to wrist.
Hmm. Hmm.
Anon
Hmm.
just kind of lays there.
Hmm.
Oh, we got
Pass
a
out.
brave one. I like this. And he materializes a pick and a hammer in his hands.
Hmm. Hmm.
Anon, like, His face shifts, yeah, but he still just kind of doesn't move.
Oh, damn. A little tinge of fear? Man, I thought you were gonna be the brave one with the big balls. And he puts the sharp point of the nail on your chest.
Yeah, look down at it. Okay. All right, puts his head back. And just breathes and waits for it.
He taps the God bless. Somebody putting pictures of like popcorn and the whole meme of like, I can't walk my
Yeah.
west. He taps it. He taps it just slightly, just enough to like. All right, I got it. He does it a couple more times. Raises up, and so Agron, you're going through all of these books, right?
Wait, wait, oh my god. Jalen, you're
The literal abyss of books.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That was great.
oh my god,
So
Jalen.
about that investigation check.
Listen, this is a PG-13 mother flippin' stream. All right? I'm not
Why
dealing
the
with any
mother
shit
flipping?
here.
Would you rather have it father flopping? Ha ha ha
Mm,
ha
All right,
ha.
so
mm, mm.
um you're looking through all these books and you don't find, well, excuse me, I shouldn't say that. You eventually find a book of alchemy, but by the time you did, you've already went through multiple different books about the stones. Now, what did you want to learn about those stones?
Mm, Great question. Uh, my brain blank. Give me a second.
Okay, so back to Agaron. Excuse me,
What
back
about
to
me?
Anon.
Anon.
Back to Anon.
Mishi.
As
Sorry.
Valerie, you see as Anon's chest is completely broken open, but instead of like, red or whatever color Genasi's blood is, it's this glowing chasm as he pulls out a spark, and then in that same moment, Ergonaut like rips out this tendril of black ichor that just riles around like a squid just trying to get out of the clutches of its enemy. And he's pulling and pulling until a snap comes out, and Ergonaut puts the spark back into the chest. Ergonaut's still holding the riling mass of darkness as he materializes um metal orb, a bronze orb. However, when he materializes this, it seems like the bronze materials comes and flickers in like specks and circles around, creates little bits and pieces until it becomes an open, broken casket, and he throws the black mass in there and it closes up like a pokeball. Ergonaut keeps Anon's chest open as he begins to go into the forge and bring out this ember. He throws the ember inside the chest and begins to take another hammer, begins to bang inside his chest as if as if forging something. Each hit, you see Anon's body glow with this golden aura. Every time it gets brighter and more solidified until eventually the form around it encases Anon. And once he's done, he closes the chest, and now you only see Anon in this cocoon of an iron golem. He releases the cuffs on uh, the anvil and lifts the bronze statue of Anon, or at least a androgynous humanoid form, and has it stand up facing you. He takes another a hammer and a smaller needle as he begins to chip away like an artist on a stone slab. As he begins to break the cocoon, And as soon as he's done, the whole thing shatters, and on you fall. Uh, you fall. Make a dexterity check to see if you trip over and fall on your face. You know this. You know how
I
stones
hope
have
he
like
falls.
names and stuff, but their actual names are the stone names. So can I find anything like that that may be connected to the riddle? Okay, I'll get back to Agron real quick after this.
Sitting there and
After these messages,
After these messages.
save my face.
You kind of stumble out and make your you kind of make your way unintentionally towards uh Tessa as you take a huge breath of air, realizing that the scent of the air is just highly different from that of Midgard, as you are just gasping for breath as if you went on a 2 mile run nonstop. And trust me, that kills a man.
Yes,
are you
listen.
speaking from hurt, Jalen? This sounds like experience.
No, no.
No? Okay.
Argonaut takes the metal ball that held the concept in his hands, and then with the lightning energy, he seems to magnetize the construct back into place. However, before it can fully emerge, he puts the ball in the center, as if it's its core, and before he can completely shut it off, he like gives a quick slap of the ore, cracking it, and then sealing it away into the metal construct. All right then. And he lifts the whole construct and throws it into the forge, seemingly able to like put it all in at once, despite the size difference being impossible. All right, just gonna let that sit for a minute. You hear popping noises like popcorn coming from the forge. Yeah, that's gonna take a minute. Your part is done, by the way. You can leave.
Watching you work is horrifying and beautiful.
Thank you. That was actually the best compliment you've given me all day.
Yeah, Non is still over here just trying to breathe.
Like I hold on to him. Like I'd like are you like kind of help him stand up straight and check to see if like any cuts and bruises are just like on him still.
No, he looks perfectly fine. Almost looks like a very almost look like he's been polished, clean.
I hmm, I don't
He doesn't
know. Can I make like an arc?
smell nice, but at least he looks good.
Hmm. Can I like what do an arcana check to see if I could get him to like get his air genasi energy back? You know, because like that's what he does.
Oh yeah. I just realized you made me out of breath, even considering the fact that air Genazis have unending breath.
Yeah, yeah,
Or can I like, or
I
can I
need.
roll to support, roll to hug or something? You know.
yeah, yeah. You can roll support.
Shouldn't y'all be rolling to check what abilities he still has left?
I know I have, but right
I'm
now I
still
can't
trying to breathe.
You act like that's a problem.
breathe, man.
Exactly. Like he's fine. He's fine.
Hey, for the soldiers that.
Oh, the rattling.
Yeah,
That's
So just
dice.
roll 20, like roll a d20.
yeah.
We're all doing this, or just Valerie?
No, it's just Valerie.
All right then.
Mm,
Excuse me. Anon, you get your breath back with the help of Tessa.
it's a good hug. All
Mm.
right.
Right.
Oh shoot,
Yeah, there.
I should have said roll to hug or something.
Sorry.
What's up?
Are you okay?
I mean, yeah. Honestly, I don't think I've ever felt this good before. Just
Well, as long as
right, good job, mate.
yeah, like that was really cool. Let's get out of like I want you. We need to check. We need to check stuff before we get to before we call this a job done. So
We'll
let's
get
go.
to that. So is this a waiting room kind of? This is going to take a while, or go find something to do for a couple hours? This is going to take a while.
Both.
Fair enough. All right,
What?
catch you later.
Catch you
Oh,
later. God, I can't believe I said
yeah. Bye.
so.
Ezenon's probably like dragging me out.
So Agaron, cutting to you. Um, so you know how stones can be different names and stuff. What did you have in mind?
You're asking me too many questions.
I'm asking you one question.
It's okay.
Exactly.
She's tired. She's been at work all day. Let her
Wake
rest.
up!
Um,
What
You
excuses?
you're asking her to have big brave moments when she's sleepy.
mm,
Hmm.
mm,
So essentially, here's what
See
you
the
learned,
small
right?
cat.
I'll put it to you this way, right? What you essentially learned is that, okay, so obviously the gems are important, but again, it's because it's a riddle, it's not literal, right?
mm, mm.
The books on the gems did help you out though, in the sense of like, okay, so essentially what I have to figure out is that I have to figure out what else could a gem represent, you know? What other things could be compared to a gem, right? Well, people can be considered gems. Um,
Mhm.
some plants could be considered gems. Some
Oh.
creatures, well, something you thought was interesting that was that there were some creatures that have like, um, gem-like properties, or in the case of like have comparable value to gems. Like, if you like imagine you go hunting for monsters, right? And you sell their parts. Some parts are worth more than others. So, you know, could be that. But
What color is the gem? You said
but
it's
the,
blue.
Which two?
but
Which two gems is she still trying to figure out?
All of them. 'Cause, bruh.
Oh, jeez.
so
All right,
That
come on, it's a
doesn't
team
make
effort. You said the gem is blue. The first one's blue.
so blue gem.
We got that it was something to do with Zephyr.
It seems like it. So, because Shathir's this gem, like could be a gem, uh, or has the gem armor. So I guess it has something to do with that ability to create that armor, or it's the armor itself.
Can't be a
Am I
scale.
shooting in the dark here, Jalen? Like,
You're not wrong. However, there's another part to this. Blue
okay,
It's
gems,
a
like I said,
scale.
of us littered on a sea of arid rock.
okay.
Is it
So
glass?
where else? Like, so it has to do with Shathir. Where else have we seen like glassy stuff laid about?
Well, that was when we were dealing with the sandstorm people, and there was lightning and stuff striking the sand, so there was pieces of glasses everywhere.
But that was also like Cloud could run fast enough to just create
Glass.
glass.
Oh, there we go. did that like that would have had to like break up at some point, I guess. But like it's these abilities. It's these large abilities.
3 rubies joined with a frost-covered and a loyal sapphire. Oh, that is Shafir and her daughters.
That's what I was thinking. That the 3 rubies were the 3 red dragons.
Rushed
What
to
this really
and make
is
his rival
Steven
mountain.
Universe, but y'all don't know that.
we're not talking about Garnet here.
That's not what she meant. But anyway,
It's all of it.
Unholy
The 3 rubies I see
ground
eyeball, navel.
yet to be determined by the gardeners sent to deal with the weeds popping up.
Let me stop. Armor. So it's the armor. The armor. So so where are we shooting in the dark with the ice thing? With the path of ice or glass?
No, however, you're shooting at the wrong thing. The glass isn't what's being
Jesus.
scattered on the sand.
Speed.
stars.
Something else about Shafir involving um some so basically if you know that the blue gem the or
What about her scales?
Hey, let him finish.
no,
Sorry,
no, she's right.
I said scales before.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's okay. But yeah, I meant her scale. I said her scales. Cause that, yeah.
Okay. So we can use her scales for something.
No.
Her scales are the blue gems.
Blue gems, her scales, like ice, referring to the fact that she uses her uh basically her scales were covered in the armor of Volcana, the ice. Like ice, they're
Right?
scattered across the sand. Shafir's
Hmm.
scales are scattered across the desert sand. The ground stained with rose petals.
Is that blood?
Is
Blood, yes.
This is
is
foretelling
she
something.
hurt?
Hmm.
Is she
So,
dying?
all right, so I will tell you now. You guys have essentially picked out all of the right keywords so that I may finish the riddle and give you guys the answers because God knows that players don't figure out the riddles that well, and I that's not a you thing, that's a literal anybody thing. So I will tell you,
That's my brain thing.
so I will repeat the riddle, only this time I will say it in the answer it's supposed to be.
Okay.
The scales of Shafir, like ice, have been scattered across the sands, have been scattered across sand. Her blood is spilt on the ground.
That's not good. All right, what's the next one?
You've already figured out that the 3 rubies are referring to Shafir's
The
daughter.
3 daughters. Yeah.
All right, his daughters. Her daughters? Her daughters. Anyway,
Our daughters.
okay.
Could the
The
loyal
loyal
sapphire
sapphire.
be what's her face's name?
Shield
Shield
bearer?
biter?
Yes.
Yeah. And the onyx is the other guy, the other overlord.
No.
Alan? No.
His body, he is not covered in frost. He does not have any
Mm,
references to frost. This will be a little harder for you guys considering you've only met him like once for one storyline, and he hasn't exactly used his full abilities.
yeah, I don't
So we'll just
remember
use him
anyone
as a
else that has
placeholder then.
frost.
Is it the
Well,
guy that we met when we were dealing with what's her name? Freaking the lady where I had to pretend to be sick.
Diablo.
That one dude, yeah.
You're thinking of Alan Ash.
Yeah.
Then yes.
So it is him.
Yes. Because
so what are they doing?
he has a white dragon as his companion. Also, he has an item that gives him frost abilities.
Right, right, right.
Cool.
So the riddles
So what
are
are they doing? What are the gems doing?
so the
Replace
three
enemy.
sisters are joined by Alan Nash the Shredder and Shieldbuyer, and the rest of the riddle is to their makers rival mountains to be replaced in their museum.
Does that kind of mean that they're like dying to like going? They're dying and going back to heaven to be reborn.
No,
Mm.
the
Does it
riddle
Does it
is
mean
have
that
going
anything to
to
do with
the
giants?
yes, giants. The rival,
That.
their makers rivals is like, you know, the three sisters were products of the dragons. The Dragon Boys
Mhm.
were products of
right?
the dragons. Their rivals are the giants. So
Mhm.
the
Mm-hmm.
riddle so far that you have now is the three sisters are joined by Alan Ash and Shieldbiter as they are making a quick uh, direction towards Jotunheim.
Mm.
The last part of riddle says to be replaced in their museum.
Place in their museum.
Yeah.
Um,
Now
are they going?
this is still now think about it like in the form of the riddle and then reverse it. If the if the if all the dragons slash dragonborns are being referred to as gems, then the museum which gems would be a home to, then what is the
Is there
museum supposed
hordes?
to be?
They're hordes.
What
Or is it no, Vanaheim?
no.
Their
What do they all
cave.
share as a place? Say again?
Their cave.
No, not quite. You're very close, but broader than that.
What
Um.
Kyoto?
There we go.
Okay.
So here's the riddle, and here's you got all the keywords. Now here's the riddle in its true form. The third, and also I'm under the assumption that you guys have all met together, with Agaron, like trying to figure out this riddle. They told you about the riddle, and you guys are figuring it out in the library. Here's
Cool.
the
That
riddle.
That
works.
works.
Here's the riddle in its fullest. The three dragon sisters are joined by Alan Nash and Shieldbiter as they make a rush to go to the giants in order for them to reclaim their home of Kuyufa.
Oh no.
Well, because they're in hiding in Kayufa because what?
The last one is
Interesting.
the last one is going to be the hardest one, but I'll give you one thing. This ties back to a one of the first missions you guys had to deal with.
The
Okay.
Sputters?
Say
It
again?
was so long ago.
The Sputters and Al, or was it not Alan? Jason's farm?
Yes, that one.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
So
remember?
wouldn't it be the spider lady that's been, haunting us to death?
Not her.
Drider that we faced on that mission, maybe.
Right. But there was another
Like
spider
the
creature there too. One that was connected.
Whoa! The general guy or whatever.
There we
That
go.
ran
He's
away.
He was the general of what though? Do you remember?
Ooh.
mm, hold on, I'm gonna check the
wasn't he?
notes.
It wasn't. It wasn't. He was the leader of the not the army, but like
Army,
He was
yes.
the eighth
But what?
general or something like that.
He was a
Seventh or eighth general.
he was yes, you're on the right path. You're really close. But do you know what he was the general of?
like
Ah,
food,
dang it.
food, food,
I'm
travel,
looking. I'm
food or
looking.
travel or something. No, it was military. It was military, wasn't it?
I'm looking for a name of this quote unquote military.
Is so that's it was called.
We would have to go back and look at the name.
I'll give you a hint, or I'll tell you. It was the Last Scourge, an event that happened 12 years ago. Recap.
Yeah.
basically was when a lich or like a powerful necromancer raised an army of undead, making I think 7 generals, each one having their own special ability, and was very significant in their march from the south towards the World Tree. They were stopped because
Mm. Gosh, the
Like the
deep
spider?
lore, I don't remember. No. I need it back.
Uh,
I need you guys
Lee, get out of here.
I need you guys to get it. Roll a history check.
Oh,
we remember this. We were all there.
where are we though at this point? Where are we? Apparently, Agron might have been.
Yes, Agron, you know where this place is. You actually came from this place, kind of.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes,
Nope, I know nothing.
that makes sense.
Beautiful.
That one.
Oh my god,
I
Kira.
know
How
nothing.
ironic,
Nick,
Agron's the one who knows, as Agron
Nick,
would be the one to know for sure.
get off my wavelength now. You're messing it up.
Never.
You're on my
So what does
wavelength. I entered
Agron
first.
remember?
Jeez.
Out of here.
I hear you.
The city of the last scourge. This is the city where people go to learn a craft of sword making, where they merge their their soul to create these magic weapons. The story goes is that two dwarven brothers were one of the few who stood on the front lines to fight the last scourge. However, one of the dwarven brothers sacrificed their lives to seal away the scourge in a place. The other brother made it his life's duty to defend this sword with his life. He started off by creating a
And
fortress
your sword.
that would defend the sword from any invaders, which eventually turned into a city, which turned into a um, a sort of training facility. Agron, you spend some time there learning how to be a monk, but then chose to go down the alchemy path, going to the Idrisil to learn more about alchemy. So,
So, Fenrir's sword.
no,
No?
no. This whole
Hmm.
story has nothing to do with Fenrir, as it's more to do with necromancers and a cult.
Don't reach
Here's
people from
here's the
there.
riddle in its full form, or here's the riddle in its original form. Unholy ground, i.e., the ground that the last scourge was, reconstitution yet to be determined by the gardeners sent to deal with the weeds popping up. Here is the riddle in its actual form. Though the ground in which the last scourge was sealed away is slowly deteriorating. However, its fate is yet to be determined by those who were put there to deal with it. So, here is the story. Here are the 3 riddles in their entirety, in their true form. Shafir has Shafir has fallen, her blood stained in the place that she was defending. The 3 daughters of her are, along with 2 other companions, are making their way to Jotunheim in order to find giants so they can take back Kuyufa, their home. Some in that same vein, the last scourge is slowly coming back as the Guardians are trying to defend it, but the fate is yet determined. Valerie, you would know about that part because your character actually had something to do about it. Not that Tessa would know, but Valerie would.
I was about to say, yeah, that's
What
what
did
we
you
were
do?
defending. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
your vision.
No, the one shot we did last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I
You
nothing.
Oh, by the way, he was
Valerie.
there too.
Oh God.
Valerie.
What did you
They
do?
don't know. They don't know. Oh, Jalen, you did not. Jalen.
Oh,
See,
love
see, I'm not the worst one here, Nick.
you're right. You are absolutely right. You know what? I've forgiven everything you did with Fenrir because I know his whole issue now. Valerie,
Look,
What you
what
look,
did
did?
you
look,
do?
look, look.
How many times are
We
we gonna
just
get cursed?
we
To be
just
fair,
wanted to find the thing. We were just told to
You
What
know
go
what?
check it out
I just
thing?
wanna
and go.
I just wanna point out that every time we get cursed, I had no contribution or control in the situation.
Yeah, you're right.
Look, we were just told to do it, and that's what we did. So,
What was the thing?
so essentially,
Lee?
Hi. I know what's been on the world.
I will
now.
kill all of you and slit your throats and bite you into tiny little
so
pieces and throw
essentially,
you away where no one will
was
find you.
Jesus
oh
Christ.
my God.
Hey, you know what? That's great. But
All of us?
unfortunately, I don't actually exist in this world, so.
Too damn bad. I will find you, hunt you down, bring you into this world, slit your throat,
Hold on.
cut you into tiny pieces, and put you away
Hey,
where no
hey,
one
hey,
will
calm
find
down,
you.
calm down,
No,
calm
no,
down.
no.
We're
Hey,
playing
whoa,
Overwatch.
whoa. Don't touch Lee.
Whoa.
That's my stand. We talked about this.
Damn right, that's my
What?
man. I mean, stand.
I'm
Lee,
sorry, that's my man.
Mhm.
Says the one
Lee.
who's cheating on the another woman.
This is what you get. Payback. Payback is real.
Mm.
Anyway,
So,
Jalen,
Jalen,
Hi.
I didn't do
speak.
anything.
Oh, I would love to, but I'm listening to the Discord.
It's funny because it's a pun.
Exactly.
It
Mm.
is.
So anyway, um, the idea is that what happened in that story was,
Hold up. I got a very important question.
yes,
Does this mean that I actually come back for like a one-shot session? Not a
Hell
one-shot,
no.
but like just a one-off session
you could.
with that.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
Ooh, I'm gonna think about that.
thank you. But yeah, essentially, nothing bad happened. As a matter of fact, I think it was Christopher's character that cast banishment and solved the problem after they got two of them dropped
Yeah.
multiple times.
Hmm.
Yeah. We were hurt.
They were even fighting it in the daylight, which was probably the most, uh, the best time they could have fought them, and they were still getting run over like a freight train.
I don't know what you're
Right.
talking
So, what were they fighting?
They were fighting Hector.
This,
Who?
yeah.
Don't worry, I got you.
It's a monster thing, all right.
They were fighting a Taras. No.
about.
Yes.
Jalen has sorry. Jalen has freaking like messed up my mind with that like
Wait,
thing.
is Hella a Tarast?
Oh, cute.
Huh?
Is
Huh?
Hella
Why
a
do you keep talking
Tarask?
in
Oh,
circles?
now that you put it
Okay.
like that, huh? Huh?
Huh.
Huh.
It's a
Well,
Taurus.
time for death.
Jalen.
That sounds like a
Oh
good idea.
no.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hella,
Wait,
I
Jalen.
hardly
Jalen,
know
no.
her.
Jalen, no.
Actually, you know
Yeah.
what, Nick? Nick, actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks, yeah.
All of your components. Bring out the Tarask.
Mm,
Guys, I'm sorry. I think I might have just cursed us. I take back my
I,
previous statement.
Boy.
I mean, she was probably gonna murder us anyway, but
Mm.
Wait, why?
you gotta
Why would I
admit it's
murder you?
cool that
Why would I murder you?
she's.
Who?
No, we're talking about Hella.
Oh. Well, I heard
I
you.
mean, after
am I
we
doubling?
fought her, all we did, literally all we
You
did was
never
just
fought Hella.
she. Oh, not her. No. You know what? Never mind.
Hmm.
Literally, he opened up a portal and dropped the thing in there. That's it. Like, it's just bye bye, gone.
When you forget your own character's lore, hashtag.
You know what, Lee? Nobody asked
Hmm.
to keep score. Nobody asked that. Nobody was
You
looking for
forgot
that.
Agron in the mix, but that's fine.
And I have
Exactly.
not
That's
won a
Come
gosh
on.
darn
You
bit.
guys have figured out
I.
all three riddles. How do you feel? And how do you respond in character?
Wait, what?
You figured out all three riddles. How do you feel in character?
Woohoo! Let's
Well,
get the
shit.
reward.
I just heard a prophecy off an old man who sounded crazy.
Yeah. I'm immediately defensive and wanting to hurry up and get to the mountain and become a god so I can hurry up and get back to Kiyutha before shit hits the fan.
Cool.
Because at
I
this point, I have
am
no idea where. Hold up. No, don't add 3 more to that. Listen, I may have cursed
Nah.
us, but I also may have inspired a retcon to the world that is just frickin' brilliant.
You know what,
I
Kiwi?
don't know if it's brilliant, but
Makes sense to me.
God.
I don't see a problem with it.
Feel like I should have some points deducted for that. Just saying.
You do realize that last one was Aglaron, not Anon, right?
Anon, I'll
What?
give
No, I'm
you
talking about the Jurassic thing.
Anon, I'll give you an
Destroying Jalen's
inspiration point.
What?
Anon, I'll give you an inspiration point.
Good score, good score. Wait, what? Why?
Really? Really? And I've never had
Bruh.
one, and it's even
Yes, you
about to be
did.
my birthday. Wow.
You had one last year, Val. Don't
Wow.
be
No, I
lying.
didn't. No, I didn't.
Yes, you
No,
did.
you were the first one to get
No.
one, Gaps. You were the first
No, I
one.
know, but they
For my
gave her
birthday.
one right
Dad, no,
after
he
me.
didn't. No,
Oh,
he
no, I
didn't.
think we did. They
Who
did go
did?
back and give you a point after.
Yeah,
No, he didn't. I'm
you
telling you,
used
he
it on a
didn't.
reroll. Trust me, I
No,
remember.
Yeah,
Do
you did.
you? I
I
don't.
vaguely remember that happening too, actually.
No, because I was pissed off because he didn't give it to me because he was like, no, it's after your
Yes,
birthday.
and
So,
because you were
meh.
pissed and argued about it, he gave you one. And I
I'm
don't
telling
remember if
you,
he gave
he
you
did.
plus 5 points or a
Jalen,
reroll.
Jalen.
I'm just the person who's had the most inspiration points because I got the Barbie thing too.
Yeah.
I'm just a
And he was
peasant.
happy
Every
about
day.
that. It's
Let's
just
see.
because Gabby is like awesome and knows a lot. So, Jalen,
I'm obsessed with Barbie.
it's a good. They're a great brand. Jalen,
So how do you guys feel
Woman,
in character about this new
you know
episode?
what? See,
Agron's
told
just
y'all
gonna like
he
look at the
never did.
books, look at the mind gap. What?
Don's going to the mountain.
Wait, you
Don doesn't
can't just
say
leave
anything.
us
He
here.
turns and starts heading toward
No,
the mountain,
Agron grabs him. What do you plan on doing?
becoming a god.
Yes, but there are still things here we need to finish.
No one there
These
can have all
things
that power.
are literally things we can come back to.
But do you think we can still win whatever fight we're going to be going into, which we have no idea what's actually going to happen, without what we can gain here?
I think it's pretty clear based on what we just heard that Shafir is going to die.
How do we know she's not dead already?
If she is, isn't it better that we get there as extemporaneously as possible?
You and your big words. Okay.
I'm sorry, I use big words when I'm upset.
You also speak
Alright
in
then.
Spanish in your TikTok.
My intelligence
Right.
score increases by 1.
Oh
Harvey.
yeah.
Fine.
Because he's going to speak fluidly, so he learns.
And won't we need all the power we can get, even if we become gods? We'll still need more than just that.
We need
Probably right.
power plus.
I stand up and
But sitting
I
around here
look at
reading
both
books
of them.
isn't going to get us that power.
I look at both
I
of
never
them.
said to stay
Look,
here.
hey guys,
Just
stop it!
ask where your brain is.
Hey,
What?
hey!
So what do you suggest, Aglaron?
Prophecies are never set in stone. Okay.
You're right,
I
which is
look at
why I want to
I
get
look
back
at
to
Anna.
Kiyutha so we can prevent this one.
Exactly.
So again,
So
I
I look
ask,
and
Aglaron, what do you suggest?
I suggest you first think of what we need. Yes, we must go to the mountain, but we still have our weapons in the forge. We have that other power. We should try and get as much as we can before going down.
Okay. That's my plan.
What other
I
power
like
are
that
you
one
on
too.
about?
I've been trying to find a way to make the Philosopher's Stone. Isn't that something that
What?
could
Are
help
you
us in what we're trying to do?
serious?
Huh? That is incredibly dangerous.
Roll an
Not
intelligence check
exactly.
first before you say that.
I was about to say,
Say, I don't
If
know
I
what the hell
never
the
buy it.
Sorcerer's Stone is. Well, that's what I'm going to shout at it. What? What?
it's an elixir of life. Almost a sort of cure-all in the alchemic world.
Does it cure death?
It's supposed to make us immortal. In a sense. We may become gods, but aren't there others we want to protect and keep alive as well?
Yes, and we're running out of time to do it all.
Let me gather what I can here, and we'll head off. Can I take the books? Can I screenshot? Can I do something?
You can take the books.
Right there.
Cool, taking the books. Now let's go.
What's the cantrip version of a
Really, we're going to look at Aglaron and say, I hope you're right about this.
You feel a mage hand grab Agron's shoulder as the bookkeeper kind of waves, like, puts has one waving, the other one like a finger tapping on an open palm, like,
You gotta check it out.
Oh, can I just put it on a library card?
You gotta pay for it.
still pressing the
I
finger on the palm.
want.
Yo, B, put it on my tab.
Is there a way I can keep it?
Money sign with the fingers rubbing against the palm.
How much?
Makes a sign of like 100
Just
gold
says all.
pieces.
Sigh.
And we get a discount anyway.
I was like, come on, we came all the way here.
She kind of like takes a mage hand and like rubs her chin and just waves
Mhm.
her hand like, just shoo.
Sweet. Pig's book runs out.
Greatly appreciated.
Right.
As you run out, Agron, you run into someone.
Please not the old man again. Please not the old man again.
Uh,
Who dis?
Pardon me. As you say, you hear Fenrir kind of gasp and hold his breath. You kind of feel that as you see a taller than you.
Wifey.
Holy crap, that's a drow.
A drow.
Her hair is
Like
as
Wife.
hair is as
moon
like bright
drow.
and shiny as the moon itself. If you were to look up at the sky, um, hold on, don't lose your shit yet. Calm down.
Come on. I have things to say.
I'm
Oh
actually
no. Oh
holding my
no.
breath until you post this picture,
Same.
so please do so.
Right. Like, oh my god.
Where did?
Oh my god.
Okay, calm down, Jalen. So it's Okay, let's see.
Really? Jalen,
What?
what's going on?
I'm trying to look for a picture.
Dragon.
You're gonna have to forgive me.
The suspense is good, but the suspense is killing us, boy.
I know. Calm
What?
down. I'm trying. I'm trying my best here. There we go. All right. So far, so good. Guys, I am sorry. Just trying to do the right thing and all.
It's fine.
Uh-oh.
Wait,
Oh.
what's this? The moon?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh
I'm
no.
forgive you.
Oh no.
I'm gonna let
Oh
you
no.
down. I'm gonna turn around
Is
and hurt you.
isn't it?
I'm gonna make you
Oh my
cry.
god.
I'm gonna say goodbye. And
What
turn
are you
Isn't that the
singing,
one that
Jalen?
had
What are you singing?
hurt you.
That does not sound like the song.
he's
It
having
was
too
the
much
song, though.
fun?
It was
Who, me?
exactly.
Isn't that the one? Isn't that the one that had you in prison? Oh
Never gonna give
Jesus.
you up, and never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around, desert you. Never gonna
Turn
make you cry.
around,
Never gonna
every
say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Dunna, dunna. And the strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. If what committing's what you're thinking
Oh my
of,
god.
you couldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand.
The fact that Purvis
Music
knows
gives
literally
you
Never gonna
every
give
single
you up.
word is something
Never gonna
else.
slow you down.
It just
Never
says the
gonna
same
run
thing
around
over and
and
over.
Are
desert
you?
you.
I'm not really
Never
surprised,
gonna tell a
honestly.
lie.
He
Never gonna
literally might be
say
listening to the
goodbye.
song.
Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Gosh darn, I can't think of the rest of it. Darn.
I'm never gonna give you. Oh, thank
Hey,
God I
Never
don't.
gonna give,
hey
never gonna give,
Nakima. Hey
give you
Nakima.
up.
Yes.
Do you want to see a super satisfying video?
Certainly. I
Yes.
wanna see it.
Bruh, look at that woman.
Ah,
Oh my god.
so this
Oh,
is the drow.
dude.
She doesn't look drowish.
The concept
Oh,
art is just that. It's a concept art. It just helps me explain it.
I was gonna
She
make a
has
worse
very
joke.
Sailor Moony vibes.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to draw that later.
In the name of the moon,
I'm
I
sorry,
will
who is this
despite
we?
you.
Well, screw you too, I guess.
No, I'm kidding. I love you.
Hey, one step at a time, guys. You don't have to. You don't have to worry about drawing them now.
Yes, just one step in front of
We
the
have to
other.
worry about finishing the first freaking episode.
Mm,
All
oh
right.
yeah, I'm supposed to
So
be helping you
essentially,
with
what you
that.
guys are seeing is,
Moon
and
Babe.
also there's this there's also like
What she's drawing.
imagery of moon around her. Essentially, she kind of reminds you of that woman that you saw when you guys were going through the uh, domain trial at the end of it, where you guys made your decision. She kind of looks like that, but you know, different person entirely. And she's just, my apologies. She goes into the library, sticks her head in there, and looks around.
Wait. Agron literally just drops book. Heart just like stopped for a second there and goes after her.
She
Now
doesn't
it
go
keeps
into
going
the building.
towards the
She doesn't go
mountain.
into the building. She kind of stops halfway there. The bookkeeper kind of waves at her, but she dismisses it a brief moment until she realizes, oh, my. She like waves. Hi, my bad. Mm. She's like looking around, but kind of begins to leave. She
Can
seems
I
so
like
disappointed.
stop in front of
As
her?
she begins to leave, she stops and it's like, wait. And she like looks towards you.
Oberon kind of stops in his steps and kind of looks at her. And then kind of in his mind go, that's her, isn't it?
You get no response. Only occasional people passing her like Mistress Alistria as like pass her by.
Can I force Fenrir to the front?
You can try your best.
Okay, what do I roll?
Uh let's use your wisdom, your monk modifier with all your proficiencies. So
So
basically it's your
wisdom.
wisdom plus your proficiency bonus and then roll.
So oof. Can I try one more time?
Yeah. I'll give you 2 more chances.
Okay.
Is he like it's sort of like a dog on a leash you're trying to pull out of his pin. All right. You get one more shot.
Okay.
This will make or break
One,
it.
please.
18,
Oh,
17, 18.
Let me ask you a question. Are you
18's kind of solid.
so what's your wisdom modifier again?
my wisdom's only one.
That kills me.
I know it kills me too.
All right.
Well, technically, my monk
No
whatever
wonder
is
you keep
charisma.
almost getting us killed.
I'm sorry. You know what? My intelligence is +2. Thank you very much.
It's that one scene
Yeah.
in Yu-Gi-Oh where Yugi pulls out Yami for for a date with what's her face. Anyways,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Intelligence is the accumulation of knowledge. Wisdom is the practical application of it.
And
uh,
I am the smartest
So
one in the
again,
room,
things happen.
technically speaking, because my
You are absolutely right.
essentially
Okay,
you get
that
so
brain blast that
Fenrir
was given to
force
Mishi.
yourself to stay back, but eventually you like rip them into your consciousness. No! Ah, damn it. As Agaron is speaking as Fenrir, but you only see Agaron. Damn it. Fenrir? You just watch as like um I forget, does Agaron have a tail?
yes.
You just watch as Agaron's tail droops and his shoulders sag as he does not choose to look at Alistria.
We'll say something to her.
In your mind, no.
Say hi.
I didn't ask for this.
I know, but you need it.
I know it's you, Fenrir. You can't hide from me like that. There's a low growl come from Agaron.
You need to speak with her.
I can't.
Look at her.
Roll a
Words.
persuasion check.
Words speak good.
Ugh.
He still continues to look down. You hear Alistria a little angry this time. Fenrir. You can't keep ignoring me. I did what had to be done. As he now looks at her in the eye.
Oh, oh.
Are we all seeing this, or is this just
No, you all see this. You all hear him.
Oh,
As he finally looks at her, Agron just whispers in the back. Do you remember how you feel about her?
There's this terrible pang in your chest. Like your heart's like wanting to rip out of your body in the worst possible way. As you can tell, Fenrir is trying to put on a scary face, but you feel tears welling in the back of your eye.
Oh, it's hard. But even she is reaching out for you. Just take one step towards her. Just one.
I can't. I... And then you watch as Alistria's stern look kneels to the ground and wraps her arms around Agron. Fenrir's anger fades. It's quiet in Agron's head as there's a shocked expression on Fenrir's face.
Love like this never ends, no matter what.
All you hear from Alistria is a quiet, I missed you. And Fenrir cries, softly at first, and he bites Agron's lip to keep him from getting louder. Yet he still refuses to hug her back. She only hugs him tighter.
She's here, and she's with you.
This is a dream. A cruel nightmare. That bitch Spider is putting me under. I don't believe it.
Believe it. You're here.
Roll persuasion with advantage. Furiously typing on the keyboard.
Yes.
It slips out of his mouth without him realizing it. I missed you terribly. And I'm sorry.
My heart.
I'm sorry I couldn't save them. I'm sorry that all that blood I spilled didn't bring them back. I'm sorry I left you alone. But I couldn't do anything else. She just continues to hug him. You shouldn't have taken this long to come back. Doesn't help the fact that I was sealed away. Can't really blame me on that. I can't. And you know I'm right. All the while, you guys are now surrounded by a bunch of angels with their weapons pointed directly at Acheron, as well as a bunch of other people that look like they're wearing golden armor with similar weapons pointing at Acheron.
Oh.
Roll initiative.
Well, I guess we might have caused a little bit of a scene.
Mishi would turn to one of those guys. Hey, mind if you lend me one of those golden armor? Just
Mishi, no.
Non backs up to
Yes.
where Agron and Alistray are and just like head on a swivel is guarding, just waiting for someone to make a move.
let's all calm down, put down the weapons, and talk economics.
Shut up.
I kind of Where's the where are we in relation to the door?
Which door?
Like
Door to the library.
We're
Right.
right outside.
Yeah, you're blocking the exit, the entrance. I mean,
are
Anyone coming from the inside?
yeah,
Yeah.
are we like
no, you're outside.
okay.
No
Can we help?
books were harmed in the making.
Say again.
So bad.
We hope that no one was hurt in the making of this film. Though in reality, the only one that's hurt is our sense of sleep. Because it's getting late.
So listen. Sorry, Fusion. How about can we please go?
Mistress Illustria. She just opens her eyes slightly as she looks at all the soldiers and angels, to whom which the angels themselves are all kinds of shapes and forms. Some of them don't even have wings. You
Okay.
can't just leave us be for 1 minute. You hear another voice, a female one, come from the crowd. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Or at least not as simply as you would like. And from that, you see a woman who strangely has like an old woman look, though still pretty young in appearance, gray, short hair, that sort of thing. As there is, um, as she has a guitar on her back, or at least, a similar stringed instrument, half elf, as far as races are concerned. And she says, it wasn't hard to know who you have in your arms right now. And unfortunately, we can't just let him be. Let me have this moment. I guarantee, I guarantee you on my life that if you leave us be, nothing will come of it. You you can't be serious. You really want to yes, and you cannot change my mind. Then shall I play you a song, at least? Since I can't since I can't mobilize troops, if you'd be so kind. Fade. She waves her hand and the troops disappear as soon as they appeared. She pulls out her guitar that strangely has like a blade at the end of it, and she starts playing some music. Her demeanor changes completely from a stern warrior to now her form changes to a more younger appearance in terms of like her hair color, much more full of color and just fullness as she plays uh, a soothing melody.
So Mishu would say to the angels as they were leaving, I don't know half of you, half as well as I should like. And I like less than half of you, half as well as you deserve. As the angels disappear. Now,
Lady
is that me?
Alistair.
She kind of looks at you.
Hello
What's
there.
going to happen when this moment ends?
She lets go of Fenrir.
No.
She she looks him in the eyes. Speaking to him, she says,
Beginning to
"You
look a
tell
lot
me,
like Christmas.
what will you do next?" can't forgive them for what they've done. You do realize that all of the gods, all the ones that you would care to destroy, are gone. That doesn't mean they're not out there. And what would you do? Chase them down to the ends of the universe. And what harm would that bring? What more harm would that bring? What worse can it be from here?
Sounds like you've never played a game of fetch.
It's like
It
someone
doesn't
should
matter
get
how
away.
far they go, I will find them.
Sounds
It
like
matters
someone
to
should get
me.
away.
Love still lives. And, and if she must be dealt with, her time will come. But you have slayed enough. You've done enough. I don't want to lose you, too. I was afraid of this day. Seeing you here. I always knew you would forgive me, or at the very least. You would always be like this. But I didn't want to turn around because if I did that, then all my hatred, all my anger would have been for nothing. All of this injustice would still be gone unsolved. But those who decreed it are gone. There are very few left who actually remember or care about that. She like reaches down and presses her forehead against his. It's okay to let go. You're not weak because of it. You're no less of the person I fell in love with for doing it. Please sing to me again. And you watch as Fenrir. There's like a series of blood dropping from her Agaron's mouth as he holds out his hand as if he's trying to hold a polearm back into the mind of Agron.
Hagron kind of coughs a bit as he kind of regains his body back.
No, you don't gain your body back. This is back.
Oh.
You're both in the same mind space.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait. Dinner.
I both hate you and cannot thank you enough for what you did. It's a weird kind of emotion that I don't know how to describe.
I did only what I could tell your heart wanted.
How did you know?
Did you forget we shared the same body?
No.
Every ache and pain and sadness I felt through you and the moment we saw her, I knew there was no other option.
When I met you, I thought you would just be another one follower of mine. To give me to proceed in the option to free me so that I may finish what I started. So that maybe I could die knowing that at the very least, I could follow them to their oblivion, and they would fear my name and remember what they did was wrong. Yet this was the path you took. An impossible feat. Quelling my anger, even just a little bit. I thought that by you being a conduit for me, by reaching the realm of the gods, you would be able to reach a point that I could never gain. That you would gain power so that way you can do something that no one has done. Free me. And yet that is not what you did. Not physically. Though I still have many mixed emotions. My anger is not what it once was. I am both relieved and terribly angry. And yet I cannot hate you the way I wish I could. I don't know if I should thank you or curse your name and your progeny. Yet, knowing that, and by doing so, I know I'll be doing that to the only person I could ever call a friend after all these years. And then I would be the fool.
Well, I'm honored that you think that way, even if there still be a bit of hatred there.
And there's this sort of wisping in the air. Everyone hears this as a sword comes into the hands of um, Agaron, the sword of Fenrir. He grasps it, blood still dripping from the mouth. He holds it up, presenting it to Alistria. But now our story is over. This chapter is closing. You and I no longer have a contract.
Will I see you again?
I don't know. And I cannot hope.
Then I look forward to an unknown future.
And he presents his sword to Alistria and says out loud, to the unknown. Grasping the sword, Alistria says, for our love, for always. Removes the sword, and he watches the sword change from its corrupted form into its true self. What you now see is the pure form of a moonblade, the gift given to Alistria, given by Alistria to her love Fenrir, corrupted by hate from a long since past, a wrongful murder of children, the wrathful vengeance of a father, and a sorrowful mother, losing both children and spouse. You guys have destroyed the Sword of Fenrir. And that is how we're going to end today's session.
Bruh.
So we're still free in Fenrir, right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, just wanted to be clear.